Majority's here. Let's get started. Yo, Apollo, you okay? You look fucked up.
Ort is now.
Yes?
Stab the Hummer. I've got knives up here. Turns out that Means guy is actually very good at making shanks. Court is now in session for the trial of Solomon Starbuck.
Something fell in his eye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Mr. Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened to your eye?
I'm fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Are you sure? I don't...
I'm fine, Your Honor. The defense is ready.
They're not fine, chat.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He's been like this since yesterday. He keeps insisting it's just a sty.
Who hurt you?
Suppose it's something he doesn't want to discuss, because he's a bitch.
Bitch.
Maybe he's entering a touchy age.
Apollo, you're way too serious.
Very well, and the prosecution?
Simon? Yep.
I'm so fucking tired of this edgelord twink. The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence!
Oh, so Vince is not here. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
Hmm?
Eh?
Oh!
No!
Yeah, and now he's ready.
There we go.
Why is there a box?
Prosecution is now ready.
I think that's the bomb that was in said box.
Yeah,
Well,
remember,
it didn't
'cause
take
this
him
is
long
the,
this
trial
time.
for
Yeah, I forgot.
in media res.
What's up with Blackwell?
Now then, I shall give the opening statement.
Silence!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now Blackwell's acting weird too.
You will? What an unexpected surprise! Holy shit, you're gonna do your job? This time, I can't leave it to anyone else. Which is why you'll be leaving this trial to me in a few hours. Days, because this is like a long one.
Yeah.
I see. Something is off with the two of you today. You both seem different somehow. Stop being weirdos. Very well, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your opening statement, if you would. It was just yesterday. Oh, Vince is here.
Bits.
I'm dead. I'm dead, actually. Not just kidding. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Pretty good.
Just got back from a small award ceremony for our theater department, so
Nice.
that took a bit.
I was doing a rehearsal too.
Oh.
Yeah, I basically just told everyone that I was going to another college next year, but I think I am gonna stop by there at some point in the future, near future. I mean, but yeah. Anyway, but besides that, the crimes in question occurred at the Cosmos Space Center.
Ah, that famous federal research facility for all things related to astrology, right?
Astronomy. It's astronomy. Anyway, a rocket was
I'm
sent
going to read
Washington.
your horoscope at you.
No. But at 9:28 a.m., before they could
Stars say
even move the
here
rocket
that,
to a launch site,
you're a bitch.
that shit blew up.
Terrorism.
2 explosive devices were detonated, and the launch was cancelled.
Oh, yep, that is terrorism.
Yep.
Yep.
That is just terrorism.
Hey, Ace Attorney Apologized Trilogy. You're kind of digging deep in some serious topics here, man.
Dark subjects. Can I finally say fuck? My word. 2 bombs. How dreadful. That's more than 1, and that's not good.
1 is not good. Oh, shit.
1 is the ideal amount of bombs you want to see.
0.
I mean, if you have to deal with bombs.
1. And
Exactly.
1, and a very tiny one.
Oh, the size doesn't matter.
The defendant in today's trial is charged with both the bombing and with murder. One Mr. Solomon Starbucks.
It's not the size, it's how you use it.
For whatever innate reason, he detonated a bomb on the rocket he himself would be in.
So wouldn't that mean he didn't detonate the rocket if he was in it?
Wouldn't it be funny if he did, though? Solomon Starbuck? I recognize that name. Isn't he that famous astronaut?
Correct, your boldness. Mr. Starbuck was the pilot of the Hot 1 rocket 7 years ago. As you may recall, despite some interstellar trouble,
Neat.
his mission was a success.
Man,
Interstellar.
man, 7 years ago? A lot of stuff happened 7 years ago, am I right?
Yeah.
Some say it was a miracle he returned alive. I suppose you could say he's a living legend.
See, he's not Larry Butz. He's more famous than Larry Butz. Larry Butz was a fucking moron.
We'll
Stop sa-
get to butts, don't worry.
Whoever says stop saying his name, he'll appear like Joe Hendry. I
Hi,
don't like
I'm
Joe
here.
Hendry.
You call-
I want
you
Joe
call
Hendry
my
to be
name.
here, not Larry Butts. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
You know I'm inside your walls now, Judge.
Ah! Oh, I remember now. He's become something of an international celebrity, right?
Whoa.
Holy
Hey.
sh!
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Look at how many swear words are on the left side there.
They had
Dear
to blur
God,
them all
this
out.
one foul-mouthed toaster. I don't think I've ever seen a swear word that begins with what appears to be a T.
Oh my god, such obscenity.
They even turned that incident into a movie and everything.
It was called Interstellar.
No, it's It's right
2001: A Space Odyssey.
there. No, it's right on your fucking screen.
It's called Alien.
I'm going to kill. Got a real space pioneer in court today.
Mankind's hope for the future. I got to make it back alive.
The movie
half
was
of a
called
miracle.
End Transmission.
Earth below us.
A movie and thrilling documentary in 3D.
Floating with us.
Hey, do you know this game was released on the 3DS?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'll also
There's
say
a
this.
starman waiting in the stand.
Superman.
He's trying.
You're right.
Also,
This
this
movie was Buzz Lightyear. Or I mean,
They
Lightyear.
provided Coke. They provided Coke after the ceremony was done. I brought 3, and all of them have Nick Fury on the case. Wonderful. But even heroes tumble from their lofty heights. Returning to the subject at hand.
Hey, Clay.
Ah, yes. The victim was one Mr. Clay Terran, a subordinate of the defendant.
Indeed. A loyal disciple brutally stabbed to death by his mentor.
Reds, you say? You mean his death wasn't a result of the bombing?
Correct. Despite his lofty dreams, the victim was seen as an interloper by the defendant. And so, he was sent not to space, but to the universe where we mortals cannot see. Did I miss something?
What?
Why is Apollo covering his eye? Did I miss something?
We do not know.
We do not know what.
Oh.
Clay.
Both Apollo and Blackwell are acting weird.
Something's up with him. What happened to my boys?
What the fuck?
I think I've heard enough. This case seems pretty clear-cut at this point.
I'm gonna post this muted.
However, there's one thing I'm curious about. What the fuck? Fitz, how are your YouTube recommendations this fuck? You keep posting this stuff.
This isn't even my recommendations. I just found this in another server.
Oh, so you just
That's even
decided
more
to do
concerning
that.
because they watched it. That red bar means they watched it to the end.
There's a certain other rap battle that I could bring back up.
I don't care.
Anyway.
That metal box next to the witness stand. What purpose does it serve exactly?
The bomb case. Since you asked so nicely, it's your coffin. Get inside.
Have mercy on me!
I jest. It's evidence. Obviously. Due to its immense size, we've little choice but to lay it where it rests now. We shall get to the contents of the box in due time.
You opened it, I came?
No, it's not that kind of box.
Aw, I was hoping it would be that kind of box. Whew! I feel like I just lost 50 years off my life.
comment
Does
made me
he
want
even
to check
have
if there's any
procedures left?
fucked up shit in my recommended now.
Don't you still have detention time to serve?
No.
Teacher went to jail. I don't care.
That was court-ordered detention.
Made by a teacher that went to jail.
Doesn't make it any less valid.
No.
Inner monologue, Athena. Inner monologue.
I don't think that's how that works, buddy.
Enough jabbering.
Bobby Fullbright, the name, in justice we trust!
Jesus
Fuck his
fucking
bitch on his
Christ.
head.
Also, secret FBI agent. Wait, what? I didn't say that. Ignore me! Ignore me!
Ah, Detective Fullbright. Very well then, please explain the details of this incident to the court, if you will.
On it. First, take a look at this pamphlet from the Cosmos Space Center. In it, you'll find a diagram outlining the overall layout of the Space Center. Jesus fucking Christ, this place is huge. Ah, here we are. For more
Which one of
details-
these motherfuckers is Grape House and which one is Strawberry House?
A more detailed look at what's on the left side of this building. Take a look
As
at
you
this
can see,
cross.
there's an octagon in the middle.
No, no, no. That's clearly a circle. A fucked up circle.
Hey, Fullbright, how many sides does an octagon have?
Oh, easily 8 sides, right?
Jeez, for a detective, you're quite knowledgeable.
Who said that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Take a look
I'm
at
on
this
the wall.
cross section that we, the police, have created. See the launch pad in the main building?
You guys hear Hajime screaming from behind the walls. Oh.
What?
The launch pad is this square building, and the rounded structure in the mid is the main building, right?
You got it! The incident took place in Launch Pad 1 and in the main building lounge. I'll be using this diagram during my testimony. It will make it easier to understand. It will make it easier for Apollo since he only has one eye.
Bitch. I can still see.
Just before the rocket was set to launch, 2 bombs went off! Boom, 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 boom! I want you in
I want you
my
in
room!
my room. Let's spend the night together from now until forever.
Stop summoning Joe Hendry!
One on the second floor of the Space Center main building and one in Launch Pad 1. Thankfully, only the 2 astronauts were in Launch Pad 1 at the time. The 2 of them managed to make it back as far as the boarding lounge, that's what we saw in the anime. But after the escape, one of the 2 was found stabbed to death!
A murder on top of a building.
It's bombing, Your Honor.
What sort of anime bullshit is this? Detective, the victim was already dead by the time you arrived at the lounge, correct?
Yep. Thinking he sabotaged the bombing, the defendant killed him right there in the rocket. Just look at this tragic photo!
Oh my, is that a knife in the victim's chest? What does he have?
Yes,
A
Your Honor.
knife!
No. Yes,
No.
Your Honor. It's the knife that cruelly ended this young man's dreams. We couldn't get any print of it, though, because the defendant was in his spacesuit. Convenient.
By the way, Detective Fullbright, why are the victim's helmet and right glove absent in this photo?
We had to remove them to identify him, Your Honor. I personally removed his gloves during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprint to confirm his identity, after all. And we confirmed it's Apollo's ex-boyfriend. Sorry, Apollo.
Yes, it would be very difficult to identify him without a face or fingerprints. Now, there's just one more thing I'd like to inquire about. What's this round thing next to the victim in the photo? It appears to be an ice cream maker. No, I don't think anyone's a big enough Star Wars fan to get that joke.
No.
No, unfortunately not.
There's a scene in one of the early Star Wars films. I want to say it's Return of the Jedi, but I could be wrong about that. Where it's a bunch of guys running around a base. I think it's like just a rebel base, and someone runs by with a vaguely futuristic-looking object, and it was since identified to be an ice cream maker. And fans of Star Wars have loved this thing so much that there's actually at some cons there's actually a running of the ice cream maker, where a bunch of people dressed as that guy with that ice cream maker run around the con.
Oh.
That's amazing. Something so important to the victim, he took it with him as he escaped the launch pad. A capsule that apparently contains asteroid samples. While obviously valuable for research purposes, it has no relation to the case.
This man has a full backstory.
A capsule containing ass fragments. I'm sorry.
Ignoring you now.
Oh, it was Empire. I see. Gonna post him muted.
Yo, wake up. You're the main defendant. You're the main character right now.
Don't get used to it. I think it's gonna steal your spot somewhere.
So, we know that the bomb in the main building was on the second floor. But where was the bomb that was in the Launchpad 1 located?
Ha! That one was on the rocket itself. It was situated around the central part of the rocket. Apparently the area around the launch pad's elevator was a sea of flames. That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I would like to submit this diagram report into the record.
The trial's just started and we're already in a bind.
You get used to it. Besides, that's what cross-examination is for, right? What the two astronauts were doing during the bombing. That'll be the key.
Ha.
Hold it!
How powerful were the explosions?
Very.
Well, the one in the main building wasn't strong enough to bring the place down. But the room it went off in was burned black. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Due in large part, of course, to me stepping up to lead the evacuation.
Wait, what were you doing there in the first place, Detective Fullbright?
Crap. Quick, FBI lie. Fuck you. Ha ha ha! I'm Bobby Fullbright, hero of justice! I'll be there whenever and wherever people need my help. I go to the other side of the world or even the edge of the universe!
I'm not sure he knows how far that actually is.
Fuck you, I'm with FBI, I can do whatever I want.
I guess I'll leave that one alone.
Oh shit. Admirable decision, Justice Dono.
Huh? What he decided?
Anyway, could you describe what it was like at the Space Center at that time?
The bomb cut the power to the central bank of the elevator and the third floor lounge. It was pitch black in there, I tell you. However, the security cameras and whatnot were running on emergency backup. And whatnot, okay.
And how did the evacuation go?
I immediately and heroically whisked people down to the Space Center's basement shelter.
That seems irresponsible.
What do you want me to do? Leave them to die?
Lead them outside the building that may or may not collapse?
Well, the building didn't collapse, haha!
Hey Neo,
Criminal negligence.
Aw.
there you go.
The basement shelter.
Yes, there's an emergency shelter beneath the Space Center. Oh, okay. So I guess that's a requirement to go there in case of emergencies.
I would still go outside. Bomb. Structural damage. Criminal negligence again.
You don't get paid if you're outside, bomb or no bomb.
Steve, get in here. You're needed for Fullbright. Finally!
And Skipper died.
An emergency shelter, huh? Oh, here it is. It's the bottom of the diagram.
Probably have a lot of space food down there.
The Space Center's pretty impressive to have its own shelter.
The power outage and evacuation seem unrelated to the murder at this point. I guess I'll leave that aside for now. So there were 2 explosions in total, correct?
Yep, that's right.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. Mr. Starbuck rigged a rocket he was going to board with explosives?
Huh? What are you talking about? Ooh, nice
If
music.
the defendant really did plant the bomb in his own rocket, he'd get caught in the explosion as well!
Huh. I hadn't thought of that.
Hey Wendy. Fine. A simpleton for a simpleton. Fullbright. The motive.
Understood. The defendant actually had astrophobia. I'm gonna look that up. Is that the real thing?
I mean, it probably is. Space is a fairly common subject for horror.
Astrophobia is the extreme fear of thunder and lightning.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, that can kill you.
I mean, it can, but
Astrophobia? What's that?
No. A fear of space. Bitch, I just looked it up. A fear of space, naturally. Just the thought of space can cause the afflicted to freeze up. And so, in his terror, the defendant found a way to stop the launch at the last minute.
That's absurd.
Fortunately for you, we have evidence. Take a look at these.
Ibuprofen. What are they?
These anti-anxiety tablets were found among the defendant's possession.
CBD oil.
Apparently, he was taking them in secret to quell his fears.
There were a multitude of problems within the rocket Mr. Starbuck wrote 7 years ago. Rumor has it, it threatened to crash a number of times as well.
And even then, he still fucking saved Clay.
That was, of course, very traumatic for Mr. Starbuck.
Objection!
Shut up.
But that doesn't mean he'd go so far as to blow up his own ship.
Silence!
The defendant couldn't bear to mar his good name, now could he? No, not after the media had branded him Soul Starbuck, base pioneer extraordinaire. Given these conditions,
Oh my god, Soul,
the defendant
Starbuck,
can
and
hardly
Clay
run
Terrain.
a base mutt. Wait, what?
Soul, Starbuck, Clay Terran.
oh my god.
What? So that's why you think he resorted to the bombing?
Naturally. He constructed this act of sabotage in an attempt to blow up the Space Center, which would effectively abort the launch, but spare his reputation.
Ugh.
Now, I'm sure you understand why we have to bring justice down on this atrocious criminal. Time to deliver the bunk!
Hold it!
I am Bobby Fullbright, and these are my hammers of justice. Pow pow.
You sure it was only the two of them?
It was just before the spaceship was set to launch, so of course it was only those two. Smart ass.
Ugh. Well, there could have been somebody else inside that rocket.
Silence!
The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so.
What the fuck? Sorry, I just got this. Hey, Nick, you got not gonna believe this shit.
What?
Rey Mysterio was a stunt double for Robert Englund in Freddy vs. Jason.
I think I heard of that.
I might have heard that too, and honestly, I can believe it.
Cause I totally believe Robert Englund was Freddy after he got his ass blasted after that.
Freddy Krueger with the 619, by God! A
Imagine.
fingerprint recognition device. Sounds as futuristic and complex as a space center.
Actually, it's not as amazing as you think, Your Honor. Take a look at this photo. Damn, it's that simple. This is the door in the lounge with a fingerprint lock. Only personnel whose fingerprints are registered can pass through.
I see. That is very different from what I had in mind.
The judge.
There's a record of the number of people that passed through the door yesterday.
Yes, there were only 3. The defendant, the victim, and the director of the Space Center, Yuri Cosmos. And the other director, Yao Universe.
And of course, their family is best known member, Gay Sex Galaxy. The family lost the plot at some point.
Yep.
Just casually and just lack of subtlety.
Apollo, stop looking
That
so
doesn't-
pissed.
Then doesn't that mean it's possible that the director is the one who did it?
Apollo, that man's old. He needs a Segway to move around.
Not a chance. He was in the main building when the bombs exploded at 9:28. Doing his job directing the launch. Besides having an alibi, he has no motive for committing these senseless acts.
He has a point. Guess the director can be considered a suspect then.
Hold it!
So while it would appear that the pair barely escaped with their lives, in actuality, one of them had already been murdered inside the rocket. That's the angle the prosecution wants to push, correct?
You got it. In fact, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. If the victim had been alive, he would have for sure tried to stop the bombing.
Is there any chance Mr. Terran would have been killed before he boarded the rocket?
They were both alive and well at boarding time and embark under their own power. Their hearts full of hopes and dreams of space.
And then both of their hopes and
Space.
dreams were dashed.
Kinda like a certain asshole from a high school. If I may continue my explanation, as the evacuation order was given, the defendant made his escape, carrying the victim to make it look like a rescue. I like to point out that fucking Fullbright's fucking hand looks like the shiny thing on the cover of Ace Attorney. That's cool.
Hold it!
Uh, and who was the first to find the victim?
Actually, there were two of them.
Space Center Director,
Nah, I don't think so, Wendy.
Yuri Cosmos. And Detective Candace Army.
Okay, so this
Ah,
so this case takes place
before
the bombing.
she died.
Yeah, before the courthouse bombing.
Yeah.
Detective Fulbright trying to riz up Candace arms at the Space Center. Hey, I like justice, you like justice. I feel like we can make this work.
One of them was a detective.
Yep, Detective Arm, specialized in bombings, you see. She and the director were ordering the evacuation following the explosion. They were also worried about the astronauts, so they hurried over to the boarding lounge. That's when they discovered the victim along with the defendant!
Two witnesses, huh? And one of them is a detective. I doubt either one would have anything to say that would help me.
Also, just a heads up. I think the promotional art for the anniversary chapter got leaked.
Oh boy, did they accidentally get to?
I think I saw it in another server, so it's possible. I didn't actually see it, I just saw something and there's like, nope, I am not spoiling myself. No, sir.
I'll say this: any anniversary leak that happens is not going to be any worse than last year.
Yeah, when
Actually, fuck the guy who leaked last year. That guy was that was some horse shit. They were
literally everything from anniversary was leaked, wasn't it? Like, in transmission,
yeah,
Nick,
yeah,
Naughty Bear, the Akumi Nakamura skins, everything.
yeah, because someone managed to fake their credentials and get the
Oof.
press pack. It sucks because you could tell that Matt was so excited about Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I demand 30 lashings to the guy that faked their credentials.
That dude is definitely having some legal action taken against him after that.
They sent the entity after them.
Yeah.
And they were never heard from again.
Deserved.
Oh, they were. They just haven't been added to the game yet.
As a dead body?
I think that
Oh,
pretty much
yeah.
covers the details of the case. Once the victim and defendant were on the launch pad, only the victim and the defendant were on the launch pad when the former was killed. If this is the truth, then only Mr. Starbuck could have carried out this crime.
And hey, at least it's just like the promotional art instead of like the full contents of the chapter. Which is a massive improvement from last year.
What was that?
It's just like the promotional art for the chapter and like not all of the contents.
Okay.
At least that's what I've gotten from what other people have told me.
What little I could get out of him only hurt my case.
Justice Stono. Foolish is the warrior who rushes headlong into battle. Preparation is an essential element of battle, so I advise you take a gander at this.
It's a CD, Apollo. Compressed disc, as they say. I put the CD in my Xbox. It plays the B movie. Ah!
Have every screen in the general vicinity play the B movie. Or Food Fight.
I would not survive.
No, wait, just have every screen in the general vicinity play Food Fight.
New in-game footage of the Devil's Playhouse remaster.
Ooh.
And Apollo died.
I will have to let a friend of mine know about that. If we do ever get to playing that.
What is it?
Cat face, ghost face, let's go.
Footage from a security camera. As the two astronauts emerged from the bowels of the launch pad corridor, launch pad 1 corridor, boarding lounge security camera captured their desperate escape.
Doesn't it look like he got a knife inside him? That looked like the astronaut zipper to me.
Now, I would direct your attention to what the defendant is shouldering. Which you can see is none other than the lifeless body of the victim.
Hey, pose.
Order! Order! I say, I'm sorry, just saw. Fucking. God damn it, that's funny. This lines up exactly with what the prosecution has been asserting.
I should have known Blackwell would have something like this ready.
And yet, here we are.
Apollo? How exactly did they determine that Clay was already gone in that footage?
Huh. I see what you mean. Whether Clay was still alive at that point is pretty crucial.
Yeah.
Your Honor, please take another look at that footage. Isn't it possible that Mr. Turan was still alive here and that Mr. Starbuck was helping him?
Why, I believe you're right.
Wait.
The one man. The one man carrying the other to safety. What a beautiful expression of friendship.
Silence.
Actually, hold off on what I just said. It's, to be honest, I don't know. I'm getting very different, like, reports, so ignore what I just said, or, yeah. Perhaps that's what it looks like to a one-eyed hothead and a dotard. It only makes sense if it's the victim's dead body.
What do you mean?
Wait. Oh my god. I cannot believe I fucking fell for that.
Womp, 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 womp.
Such an idiot. Fullbright. Explain it to Justice Stoner. Yeah, that art I mentioned, it was fake.
You got it. Ready, kid. If the murder had occurred in a lounge, someone could have spotted it. Anyone can enter the lounge after all. But doing it while they were alone in a spaceship? That's a horse of a different color.
Objection.
That horse was gray.
But you can't deny that there's a possibility the murder could have happened in the lounge. All that video shows is a man helping his fellow astronaut out.
Silence.
Your assertion is based on emotion. It's based in your belief that Mr. Starbuck would surely help his own disciple. But you have no logical explanation as to why the victim could still be alive.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, Mr. Justice, the prosecution is right. Your argument is lacking in sound logic.
But it sounded perfectly logical to me.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further objections... I believe it's time to bring this cross-examination to a close.
Okay, I think I found the art this person used for that edit. I'll post it in mute, but what this person basically did is that they took this art and then, like, photoshopped entity claws in the sky.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's...
Weird.
And the
This
thing
is
is,
for
it blended in really well. Like, it works
this
way
is
too well.
promotional art for that new Vecna one-shot, right?
Yeah.
I will admit I haven't really been following Eve of Ruin all that much, so that's why I might have missed it.
I'm surprised you have, because this is literally the first promotional shot of Vecna in that.
Given the facts, I'm not sure I see the need.
Moral of the story is that I'm just a dumbass.
We're all dumbasses here.
Bait used to be believable.
What is
It's
it,
still
Athena?
It's just, there's something that's been bothering me.
With that being said, this art does go, like, really fucking hard. If it isn't the defense stalling for time, as always. Very well. I'm feeling generous. You may have a small measure of time.
Yes!
You have
5
5
seconds.
seconds. 5 seconds.
Good.
After that, I declare the cross-examination to be closed, and a verdict to be rendered. Your boldness! Raise your gavel high! It's time for a countdown!
Turnabout countdown? The first case of the game?
1 second.
And then that same server, another person did another version of that, but just added a shittily edited in Nicolas Cage.
Like, not even transparent, like, there's just a white background.
Fake PNG.
Big PNG!
Oh.
Your clan's ashamed of you, Black Quill.
Ready?
Whoa!
We don't have time! Spit it out, Athena!
Oh, God.
Judge.
Oh, fuck!
I will say this, it is a very similar art style to what DVD uses for promo art.
Yeah, and that's what might have got me. And the
Hell,
fact
it might even be the same artist they use.
And the fact that at the entity claws, like, actually were photoshopped, like, incredibly well. At least in comparison to that awful Nick Cage edit. Nemesis? You good, buddy?
It's Judge.
Only 3 more seconds.
Look, I don't think the prosecution's explanation is very complete. Apollo?
Skipper,
Meaning?
I'll do it. God damn it.
Meaning there's something missing. Like, they conveniently left it unexplained.
Something they didn't explain. Something they didn't explain. Ah, you're right. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Your 5 seconds are up, Mr. Justice. Is there anything about the prosecution's argument that you would like to rebut?
Steve. Steve. Thank you. And be honest, I ain't even gonna be mad if it's Vecna, but because like it would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, there is. There's something the prosecution has yet to make clear to this court.
Wait, your brother. If you put it that way.
The body was moved.
They have failed to explain why Mr. Starbuck would bother bringing the body back at all. The defendant wanted to kill the victim, why didn't he just leave his body in the rocket? Why go through the trouble of bringing him all the way back to the boarding lounge?
Sounds like someone's throwing things.
No,
Oh, God.
it's the slamming of a door.
Oh, that's true. I don't think we've heard the prosecution's thoughts on that yet.
That's because they have none, Your Honor.
Ow.
After all, how does one explain something so illogical? Prosecution is claiming that the defendant moved the victim's dead body. But what if the entire premise of that argument is wrong?
Let's hear your theory, Mr. Justice.
The defense proposes that the defendant didn't kill the victim. He was helping him. Ugh!
Fullbright, explain it for our sad friend here before I nod off to his monotone monologue. Inform him exactly why Space Boy moved the victim.
Huh? You've gotta be joking.
It's simple. Mr. Starbuck did what he did to direct suspicion away from himself. He wanted to create the impression he heroically risked his life to save his partner. That's why he made sure to make it to the security cameras so there'd be a record.
At the very least, he appears to have achieved success with you and the old man.
Ugh.
Already seen. that.
The average person wearing a spacesuit weighs easily over 200 pounds.
Oh my god.
200, 400, 300, it doesn't matter. If a life or death situation involves a best friend, you're gonna do everything you can to save that friend. Ow.
Save the life
I
of a
think Blitz
partner.
has a thing to say, something
Wait,
to say about
what?
that.
Weighs as much while trying to escape a deadly flame. What a dramatic
Specifically
stop
Fizz.
for a silver screen.
What a dramatic sob story for a tiny screen on your phone.
Streaming series.
Netflix Ace Attorney.
Indeed, I was completely taken in by the humanity of the story.
You ready for more live action Ace Attorney with more, them harnessing the power of the wind?
You see?
That one blue badger that was alive for some reason.
You see? Yet the true ending is that all traces of his hammy act were meant to be blown up.
My main goal is to blow up.
And now we arrive at the thrilling conclusion. The third explosion!
There's the third one.
What?
What are you talking about? There was no third explosion.
Silence.
Y'all withhold this information until now. I
Well,
would have been very to know.
well, yeah, it's a prosecutor. They want to win.
Indeed. You are correct. But that is thanks to Detective Aunt May. It was she who identified and has secured the bomb.
Oh.
Wait, that must have been the bomb that was used in the first case.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't change the fact that the third bomb was discovered in the lounge. The steel coffin besides the witness stand. That would be a bomb transport case. We used that to transport the deactivated bomb here. It was found in the lounge. A bomb in the form of a most distasteful toy.
Hey, what the hell's that supposed to mean?
One on the second floor of the main building, one on the launch pad, and one in the lounge. The defendant planned to set off 3 firework displays. Oddly distasteful way to describe a fucking bombing, but okay. Fortunately, the third was discovered before it could be detonated. For had it not, the victim's body and other vital evidence would surely have been immolated.
Objection!
Ah, pfft.
Before you utter a word, know that the evidence supports me.
Well, yeah, Apollo, he's a samurai. They usually read your movement before you do.
Ugh, it's like he's reading my mind.
It is still undergoing forensic investigation. I do not have the evidence on hand. Shit, no, come on. No! Come on. However,
Aw.
know that a peculiar item was found in one of Mr. Starbuck's pockets. Specifically, a bomb detonation switch. Nintendo Switch. I suspect the defendant had no time to destroy such damning evidence.
Damn.
When the Space Center director and Detective Armé stumbled across the murder. So he thought to hide it in his pocket, feeble-brained as he is.
Ugh, no! Mr. Starbuck would never do anything like that.
Oh, bye, Apollo.
Ah!
Oh, he's
Right.
dead!
Justice Tunnel. Open your eyes and see the truth.
Case 4. Apollo is not having a good day.
Apollo's no good, very bad day.
First, his best friends died. Then he had to deal with Black Crow's bullshit. And then he gets caught up in an explosion. It's you, Math.
I know. Give me a minute.
You got 1 minute.
This appears to be irrefutable evidence that the accused set off the explosion.
No, it has to be some kind of mistake. This can't be the truth.
You can't accept it? You'll believe in your client, come what may. Then why don't you cross-examine the defendant himself?
This has got to be a trap.
It's like Blackwell's controlling the entire game.
What is this? Simon Blackwell's Ace Attorney? Duel Destiny?
Yeah, it seems like he's waiting for me to bring up the body-moving issue.
Why do you say that?
Because he had just the right argument when I pointed it out. And to really rub it in, he had a decisive piece of evidence up his sleeve, too. He was trying to shake my faith in Mr. Starbuck and break me down.
Apollo's breakdown.
Then making you cross-examine Mr. Starbuck at this point was part of his plan too? Totally underhanded, but I wouldn't expect anything less from him.
Now, let us hear from the arch-villain, the fiendish murderer himself.
The very bad man.
Famed astronaut, Solomon Starbuck!
Here we go.
Here we go.
Get to talk to myself.
Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Solomon Starbuck. Astronaut. How did this happen?
He is not having a very good day.
No. Everything sucks. It's just one of those days we don't want to wake up.
I fell for obvious bait.
Ah.
Judge.
Mr. Starbuck, you aren't looking very well. Will you be able to give testimony?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Well, unfortunately, no is not an option. What, you thought you had a fucking choice?
Yes.
Well, too bad it ain't that type of game, buddy.
You are being accused of the Space Center bombing and the murder of Clay Tarrant. Please testify to these allegations.
Oh, it's Trickster.
Mind if I take this suit off?
It's getting really heavy.
Did they bring you to the detention center and that? That sucks.
Silence.
It's not the weight of the suit that you feel, but of your sins.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's my suit.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare to carry that weight for the rest of your life.
Alright, Cowboy Bebop.
Banish.
To the moon.
I don't care anymore.
Man, we just be getting witnesses that just want to die.
Shoot the moon. Oh fuck. Why would
the moon?
I'm gonna piss on the moon.
No. I need to find the blow up the moon.
Wow, that was super negative. Is he going to be all right up there?
He'll be fine, I think. As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is.
You look serious, boyo.
I can't find it, damn it! There's a very old copy pasta about blowing up the moon that is completely insane that I love.
Mm.
All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket.
Wait, I know the F Plus did a performance of it live.
Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate.
I'll post this in the group chat.
I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him.
Because you need the performance on this makes this entire goddamn reading. So you assert you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim. Please don't chuckle darkly like a goddamn Dark Souls character.
But I bet you think I'm lying, right?
I reserve all judgment until I've heard your full bullshit, I mean testimony.
Sure you don't believe me. And you don't even believe I'm an astronaut.
No, you're an astronaut.
I don't think the judge doubts that.
Who would wear a suit like that except an astronaut?
Lee's so confident.
I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous. I suppose you really never quite... Reality never quite lives up to fantasy.
Guess I'm just a big disappointment.
If you keep sighing like that, we're all gonna suffocate on your own fucking CO2. Stop that.
I really don't care what happens anymore.
Ah, you too, huh?
Oh, no, he's completely given up.
Molly Rhymes walks in. Ah, you too, huh? What the?
It's
Who?
just him again, isn't it? That's what it feels like.
Probably.
Uh, of. What a depressing fellow. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Making me depressed.
If you were to join me in the clique, I imagine that annoying sighing of yours would rub off on the other inmates.
Oh, that was Blackwell?
Oh, that was
Like how it
Blackwell.
rubbed off on Professor Blackwell a second ago?
Huh? That was Blackwell sighing? Mr. Starbuck's testimony is a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun-shy now. It's time to find the truth.
God, it's spreading.
Excuse me.
I'm really happy to see that fucking Hasman is ending up in a lot of Prime Video stuff. Like, it's clear that Hasman has fucking blown the fuck up for them.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible.
Oh.
Was I not being accurate?
No, because it's impossible for you. I've taken the elevator down to the middle level.
What makes you say that, Mr. Justice?
Sorry.
Please recall where the bomb went off in Launchpad 1. Also recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames.
Oh, you're right. Which means...
Exactly. Launchpad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words, Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. What's with the helmet?
Mission Command! Mission Command! Do you read me? Come in, please!
He's losing it!
This is Mission Command. I order you to pay attention! Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck!
Ah! My helmet! Ah!
My oxygen sac! Oxygen concentration and body temperature declining. Requesting medical assistance. Ah!
Oh, breakdown
And we
already.
killed him! Fucking killed him, man.
The entire atmosphere of the core room has been replaced with CO2.
I do love CO2. Too much. Too much.
Mr. Starbucks, we're not in space right now.
Flush couch.
Please stop pretending you have lost consciousness and stand back up.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut.
Does this man ever go home?
Yeah, you seem more like an astronaut now than when he was doing that sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement about how you use the middle level elevator?
I, was nervous. I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually, took a different route. I think.
A different route?
I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time.
Okay.
I'll get it right this time. Maybe. No, I mean, probably. Probably.
It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy is paramount in court.
Let's see. My escape route. What I said before was a mistake.
If you can memorize your entire, like, button section with nothing, you go to work too much.
I remember now. I took a different route.
Stanley Parable.
Maybe. Probably. With the capsule and Clay in my arms, I made my way down from the upper level.
I just died in your arms tonight. So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator?
That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used the ladder to get to the middle level. Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we could make our escape that way.
Whee! Whee! And the capsule you mentioned, I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Terran here? Terran? Was the capsule that important to you? Was the capsule that important that you'd risk your life to take it with you?
It almost goes without saying, but yeah, that capsule contains asteroid samples. Therefore, it's invaluable as research material. With this spacesuit on, Clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule was also important.
I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is riding on your testimony. Excuse me.
Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. But it's more comfortable than a spaceship.
Nah. Stop being so depressed, man.
Dun 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 dun.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell the truth?
The truth? Let's see. The Earth is blue? No, that's not right. So, I guess the Earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it.
A little bit of green, brown, you know.
A little bit of white.
Yeah, a little bit of
The
white.
truth, Mr. Starbuck.
Oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Prepare the emergency oxygen tanks.
Mr. Justice! The witness appears confused. Please help draw out the truth from him. Get the knife.
Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at the time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level route.
Huh?
Not as long as this was along the escape route.
The ladder.
The later.
The
To
step
get
ladder.
down from the upper to the middle level where the Launchpad 1 corridor is, you would have to go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck?
God.
Ace Attorney, always fucking up our voices somehow.
Ew.
Yeah.
Of course. That was the only way we could escape.
I at least don't have to do my Von voice. But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds.
Ooh. Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
Objection!
But the Space Center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus, climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm, while carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say?
Oh!
So, Mr. Starbuck, How exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full?
Oh!
Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth. Now!
Ah. Engineer! Where's the engineer? Oxygen leak detected due to faulty maintenance. Everyone leaking the building.
What the? He's flying the coop!
Ah, help! I've been caught on the ceiling.
Help? Anyone?
This dumb bastard.
The cherry picker.
Cherry picker!
Weekends?
I hate this fucking
Everyone
town.
climb on one of those shoulders so we can reach him.
Bailiff, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once.
Well, that's one way to take off while being questioned.
You guys know you're the reason I drink, right?
I'd rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real.
There you are.
Ugh. Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground?
Yes. I apologize for losing control.
Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Not that. Anything but that.
What is going on? This isn't the Mr. Starbuck I know.
The pure space boy is prone to deception. Witness!
Yikes! Yes?
I thought you were so odd. But perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as the result of a medical side effect?
Forever.
Oh.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't talk about that.
Well, what are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Didn't I already state that Space Boy is, ironically, terrified of going into space? That's why he took some precautions just before launch. For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system.
Oh? I sense things are about to nosedive.
You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear.
Did you lie on your medical report? Like Kaito did? That he lied about his age to go to space?
Yeah. It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it. And also that he got, like, he completely cheated. Ow, ow, ow. That he completely cheated. Fucking goddamn it. Sorry. That he completely, like, cheated on his exam.
With these astronauts. What a visual
What
novel
could that
game.
be?
What a visual novel game trying to tell us.
Somebody must have slipped them to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember. Because of the side effects. Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened.
Someone roofied him then?
Damn.
Order! Order in the court!
Let me see if red herring will actually do something.
Red herring paired with blast mine, my beloved. We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything.
Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing.
Yeah, Starbuck, why couldn't you just tell him that you don't remember?
Ugh. Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember?
I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space.
Maybe I really did do it? Which brings us to the answer of our original question. Damn it! Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with the dead body.
It does? So what is it?
Dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono. So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Oh my, I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down? Who would do such a disrespectable thing?
Fortnite
Besides,
players.
dropping the body down will leave marks on the body itself.
Oh god, it actually did it. I completed it. Let's go.
So you are capable of quick thinking? Yes, you are correct.
No.
It's on his head!
Huh? What's this?
It's the oxygen tank.
Oxygen shank.
Oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit.
Oh. And the killer DC'd. Wonderful.
It's ruptured. And I'm sure you can figure out why.
You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body.
I am. Will they fracture easily? Will they fracture I am. Will they fracture easily when struck?
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel would leave its marks on the body. Yet, according to the autopsy report, only the knife wound Yeah, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
Spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Donald. It includes the latest technological devices. It is made of the fabric of tomorrow. This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space. So falling a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Objection!
That is true. Apollo, we don't consider alien fights in space.
Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well?
It should. And yet, through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way to its target.
This has gone bad.
Well, what are the chances?
You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself, with knowledge of how the suit works.
She'll get some. What are they?
Yeah.
You can't be serious.
And Neo died.
Ugh, you got me there.
Now, my argument has been proven. Space Boy killed the victim in the rocket, and then Space Boy killed the victim in the rocket, and then dropped his body from the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded him. There's no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Soul Starbucks is the only one who could have killed Clay Terran. Here, the report regarding the astronauts' oxygen tanks consi- Vo- vo-
And Fitz died.
I think Fitz is new.
Here, the report regarding the astronauts' oxygen tanks. Consider it my send-off gift. Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx.
Ugh!
You're obviously way too broke to pay for it yourself.
Hey, this report is pretty detailed.
Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows the oxygen remaining. Guess that means the glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen in the tank.
Me when I miss an assignment.
Done for. I'm going to prison instead of space! Oh, God. Space boy. Yes? Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful, even when viewed through bars. You mean the stars as seen from prison? That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time.
Here as he's floating in his tin can, far above the world, planet Earth is blue and
That's not a half bad thought.
not my favorite David Bowie song. Don't get me wrong, Major Tom's a good song, but I think there's better songs on that album.
Mr. Starbuck? Prosecutor Blackwell got to him good.
Ashes to Ashes, Moon Age Daydream.
You lost, Apollo. What do you have to say for yourself?
Spaceship. Prison cell. Fly me, my guilt and my despair to the deepest, darkest space. And then, let's get sucked into a black hole together! Protection!
Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope!
Oh. Yes, Apollo?
You know, Clay really looked up to you. He said you were an incredible man. He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation.
You know, he was a lying little bitch.
He said that?
So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence. For the sake of the man who respected you and believed in you, Clay Terran.
I don't recall ever saying anything about respecting him.
For Clay? You're wasting your breath.
Megan. Uh.
Excuse me.
Did those depression pills wear off? Good for you. I heard those things are bad for you to take.
Ah, hell, load up the despair disease again.
And Fitch died. Because he's muted.
My roommate was wondering what the hell that noise was.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. I can see things clearly now.
If I yelled like a madman in a dorm, then yeah.
Mr. Starbuck.
I'm gonna try not to do that from now on. I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission.
You scream like a banshee?
Kind of. I can't exactly get that high, but I got close.
Right. We'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. And after that, we'll get you back into space.
You ignited the booster rockets of my soul! I'm on fire!
Okay, buddy.
I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself. This is no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down. Balderdash. The sun, the moon, all of space is calling me. Solomon Soul Starbuck.
It's all good, man.
Ready for launch. Begin the countdown. 5.
Oh, God. Say the line, Neo.
4.
What the?
3.
Wait.
Ooh.
What? Everyone say
One.
it.
1. What?
What
the fuck?
the fuck is
The
that?
fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Did he actually lift the off? What?
I'm gonna shit.
Wow. I feel like I witnessed an actual rocket launch.
That was the worst rocket I ever fucking seen in my life. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It didn't explode.
Something Elon Musk.
No.
He went up about 4 inches in height. He's trying his best. He was on his tippy toes.
He got a super mushroom.
Hey, I mean, that's more height than Neo can ever get.
Bruh.
Damn!
I'm sorry. That was a low-hanging fruit there.
You killed him!
Tear off your ankles.
Neo is allowed one whole violence against Nick.
It's fair trade.
I hope you don't need that spleen, Neo.
Good.
What the fuck? Fight! Fight!
I hope you don't need your kneecaps.
And Skipper died.
Wait. Apollo, you did it! You broke Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck.
I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He pulled himself through.
Let me stroke my ego real quick.
Don't do that at home!
If you
Not in
simply
front of the children!
charge your ego, no matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable. I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your boss?
Gah. I can't let up now.
Attack!
I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it back into space. I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled. Got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think. The only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck. And if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him was Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is if I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case, I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now, let's see. About this data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in Launchpad 1. But if I'm going to prove that false, then there must be something I can use here.
Enough of this farce, your boldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. What about this oxygen tank data you submitted just now? It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining while Mr. Terran's had 0. Do you stand by the accuracy of this report?
Oh, so... Is he saying that Starbuck gave Clay his oxygen or something?
Horse.
Then I guess it simply means that it's faulty, as evidence goes.
You will explain what you mean, Justice Stono.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts in this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you'll see what I mean.
Why did it sound like Dragon Ball Z music?
I hope you have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory.
Yes, Your Honor, right away.
So who stole your eye?
This is the evidence that the oxygen tank report stands in contradiction to.
It was obviously loot mass.
And how does this evidence present a contradiction?
Problem is this part here.
Take that!
Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Terran.
It appears to say 50.
Yes, but according to the data, our client's tank had 80% remaining.
Oh, they are going with that. It was Clay that carries Starbuck.
Hmm.
Actually, you know what? That would make sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going with the fact that, like, yeah, Clay was 23 and Starbuck was 33, of course the
Yeah.
fucking guy will save a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kid in return saves his mentor. That's nice.
Yeah.
The oxygen in the tank increased.
I see your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there is a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is beyond illogical.
Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
Silence!
I, too, find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase.
And rations.
What does that prove? It doesn't change the fact that it is the defendant carrying the victim's corpse.
Objection!
Heh. I'm going to bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules.
Damn.
Either way, the oxygen remaining should increase, just as your rations don't increase. Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence!
In that case, do you have an answer to this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen? You'd better not disappoint, or I'll declare the inconsistency is a mere equipment malfunction.
Ugh.
Prosecutor Blackwell has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction. Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So, do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased?
Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around.
Time to turn about.
Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have carried Clay. This man with a 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But, if anything, the display on his oxygen tank should have shown an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what should I be asking is not, why did the oxygen level increase? But what had to have happened to make it look like it increased? Am I making some kind of mistake in my base assumptions here?
Am I making a mistake to think my ex-boyfriend carried a man?
Well, Mr. Justice, we're waiting.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased.
The victim was carrying the defendant.
What if it was the other way around?
The other way around, I don't know how to pronounce that. X is online.
Neomai.
Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice?
As
Sorry,
you can
my
see, Your
Xbox
Honor,
sense is ticked.
both men had their helmets on in this footage. But it turns out, this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boarding lounge. Excuse me.
I fucking knew they would
Order!
play this song.
Order! Mr. Justice! You mean to tell me the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Terran?
It's the only way the riddle of the increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor.
But what about the
At this
riddle of
point
the
in time,
Sphinx?
the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%. And when the victim was found in the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%.
That's right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
This means Mr. Terran was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
Silence.
Oh my god.
What?
Let's go. How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time. How did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't hurt me with a broken blade.
Ooh! Got him.
Bullshit!
Use me?
If anything, a broken blade will leave a more dangerous cut.
It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating.
Even then, you can still beat someone to death with a hilt.
But we have proven that Mr. Turin was alive when he reached the boarding line. This fact alone shatters your claims. And opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party. There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arme and Yuri Cosmos, right? I think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police.
Yes, it's certainly possible. You might have to do a little more digging.
It seems we will have to hear the testimony of the first two people on the scene.
Score!
Come to think of it, Detective Arm should be here in court right now, conveniently near the bomb.
He can.
Bailiff, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand?
Hmm. There he is!
God.
Oh my god, you're speaking!
Oh wow, it's already starting.
Oh my god.
That's happened early on in the case.
Yeah. Well.
I have an announcement, everyone.
Thank you, Tony, please.
What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here?
Please remain calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb. The bomb was defused, but it's about to explode.
That's a good
So
point,
you're saying
Wendy.
that someone set us up the bomb? We get signal? Main screen turn on?
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. X.
Oh, your base. No! I didn't get what he said.
They were saying like explode a bomb now.
Ah!
Bomb 15
Everybody
minutes.
run!
Eee, I don't want to die.
I'm going to die!
Oh no!
I'm going to die.
Silence.
Headless chickens with a death wish, the lot of you! Calm yourselves before all else!
Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here!
Yeah, don't trample anybody.
What about Mr. Starbuck's dream? Who'll carry out Clay's final wish?
If the fucking building explodes, it doesn't matter!
I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever.
Apollo, what are you doing?
I refuse to let things end here.
My brother in Christ, there's a fucking explosive!
Don't try to be dramatic! If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die! Come on, this way!
Hey! Ouch! Let me go!
Dina literally had to drag this man out.
Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet? Juniper! Are you alright?
Apollo! No! Not that way!
Ah!
Now you know how I feel, Apollo, Phoenix said.
I'm the bomb man about to blow up. I'm the bomb man about to blow up. That's 1 for the money and 2 for the show.
Cliffhanger?
Yeah, cliffhanger, because it's 11:30. It's crazy how it ends there, though.